Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Scott with Gradual.Fitness, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to stretch out your Achilles tendon, or rather, how not to stretch out your Achilles. Because mostly what you want to do is stretch out the muscles around the Achilles. The Achilles is not stretchable, it's a tendon, it's not a muscle. So it's just a tight, almost like a tight rope that will, or a clutch cable in a car or something like that, that's only gonna pop, right? And so it will take extreme amount to get to there, but the soreness, you can't stretch your Achilles. A tendon isn't designed to stretch. So you need to stretch on the muscles that are around there that are actually pulling on it. And if you think about it, you could be driving a car, you could always be tapping whatever leg it is. When you sleep, you could have restless leg syndrome. For me, bike riding, hiking, stuff like that, where I'm pushing or pushing off a lot on my predominant push foot, it begins to make my Achilles sore. So I can't wrap it or make anything better. What I need to do is warm up my muscles so that everything starts to just relax in the Achilles. So my main thing to do is not to dig in and stretch the Achilles and do wall pushes or anything like that, but rather to actively warm up and lengthen the muscles. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I like to do for my Achilles. And my number one thing throughout the day while I'm at work, sitting, at home office now or whatever, is this tiger tail. And what that does is just allows, a lot like the SMR, the self-myofascial release, foam roller, a lot of it is just designed to go sit on the trigger points. So finding and identifying your trigger points and then just slowly go up and down, not really hitting the Achilles too much at the beginning. You don't really need to go over that much. You will need to kind of blend the muscle and the blood flow down into it. But I just like to slowly roll over, and then I'll just find a knot or two and just kind of work that a little bit. And then here, like there's one in the back right here, and that just is painful. But now if I just even put my feet up like this, I can just feel the elasticity in this already just from 30 seconds. So what I recommend is, if you can do it 5-6 times a day on whatever, and even the legs out a little bit, but on the one that is sore, give it 30-40 seconds at a time, and then maybe roll your leg around and stuff like that and see where your flexibility and stuff is at. So the other thing I like to do is the SMR roller. And this is probably where I would start out initially, is just something like this, really broad base that you can put on the ground. What you do is you get on the floor with your roller, preferably have like a yoga pad or a matted pad below you. And you just want to put your hands back up, put your weight back up on your hands rather, and then just slowly roll until you find a part that really is sore. And you want to sit on that for 20 or 30 seconds. And you'll really start to feel the muscles around it start to relax. And that allows the whole area to relax. Same goes with the trigger point. Now this is great for all of the spots. I mean, you can do hips on your side or whatever, but this is going to be a little bit more targeted and hard on the area. So if you feel real comfortable with this, let's get going on one of these here, trigger point ball. So these are amazing. And these are a little more, like I said, a little more hardcore on the muscle. You're more likely to feel it right away. And there's my back there, upper trigger point. All right, and I can roll over and find the other side one here. And once you have used the trigger point, or rather the SMR foam roller, either one, to really get in there and loosen and passively lengthen and warm up these muscles, then you can be a little more active in your stretching and maybe bring in like a band or a specific stretching apparatus and put it up underneath the ball of the foot and in front of you, and just flex a little bit lightly. And still, as you notice, going to be stretching through this calf here. But now you can be a little more active once you've warmed it up. But don't go right into this if you haven't warmed it up this way, because passive is just it's not going to require you to push or to strain any of these muscles or tendons in here. And then once you do get it warmed up, you can just do light stuff. So your Achilles isn't going to feel as tight and as delicate when you're doing stuff. Hopefully this has been some help for everyone. And remember, it's not a muscle, it's a tendon. It's not designed to stretch, so stretch everything around it. Allow the blood flow to go in. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Feel free to subscribe. Have more helpful information videos coming up soon, some workout videos. Till then, take it easy.